Now, when we think of system resources, many of us assume the typical constraints of how much CPU, memory, and disk we are using for a certain application or virtual machine. But we very rarely think about logs in terms of resource utilization. In the case of a mission-critical cloud-native platform like VMware Tanzu Application Service, it is very wise to consider log volume or application logs as a resource to manage and monitor just like CPU, memory, or disk. To help manage with this, we have introduced the ability to set log quotas at the org and space level in Tanzu Application Service 3.0. The main intent for these features are to help operators control the overall log volume egressing their platforms. This can help them save money by throttling unnecessary logs from noisy applications, which in turn help reduce the overall infrastructure needed to handle their platform logs. Now, I have predefined some quotas for both my org and space, so let's go check those out now. You can see I've defined an org quota called small with a total memory limit of 20 gigabytes. Now, you can see this new column here of log volume per second, and this log volume per second for this org quota is set for 10 kilobytes per second. So organizations can only log at 10 kilobytes per second within this organization. Now, let's confirm that the org noisy apps is using this new quota. And yes, it's using the small quota. If we check the space quotas as well, we can see that I have a space quota called 5K, which limits a space to 5K log volumes per second. We can confirm that a space too many logs has this quota set, 5K. Now, in order to really see this limit in action, let's go to my application called Logs a Lot. We can also say that we can set the log limit at the app layer too. So I'm going to scale my app and set a log limit of 1K logs per second. And now that the app started, let's just do a baseline check of the logs. And we have some startup logs processing here, but it's writing 19 bytes per second of the 1 kilobyte per second limit. In order to test this, now let's run a load generation test on the application to write some logs. If we refresh the CF app view now, we can see that the log limit is currently logging at this level. And I suspect we're probably dropping logs already now because we're actually exceeding that 1K per second limit. So let's look at the CF logs and see what the log output is. So this message highlighted here is a line that was dropped because we're bypassing the limit of 1 kilobyte per second log rate. The log message highlighted now is an actual application log that was not throttled, but you can see that we're shuffling between throttled logs and actual logs as the log limit is being enforced. Now, this is a great time for platform engineers or operators to talk to this application team and see what they can do about cleaning up their application logs and maybe implementing better practices. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified when we drop more content. To stay up to date on the latest and greatest news around Tanzu Application Service, then be sure to check out the new Tanzu Tech Zone site listed here.